Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Week 4 college football pregame show. And I'm Mr. Mini Hats. It's 12:20 a.m. Thursday morning. So, sorry to get the video out so late. I posted on my Twitter. I got 86 from this casino yesterday that I was basically living in, basically. So I had to move and adapt and change a couple of things. So that's why I'm a little late. So sorry about that. I would never come out on Thursdays. I'll never come out this late. So yeah, some real nasty stuff that if I talk about it on here, I'll probably lose this channel. I just started this channel. I got some stuff to say. I don't want to get shadow banned so early. So I'll talk about this another time on the podcast when I get that going. But it's just some things, some of the stuff that goes on the Indian reservations, boy, I tell you, it's some of the stuff will blow your mind. But anyway, we keep moving. So let's get right into it. So these lines are current. I got them from Christopher. I just checked. It's 12:20 a.m. Thursday morning. So I just checked. All of these lines are current from the sharpest guy in the world, Christopher. So let's quickly recap last week. Last week was a 4-4 week, and but the strong plays, my strong plays went 3-0. So that's very promising. So to go 4-4, and out of the 4 wins that you have, 3 of them were your strong plays, and they go 3-0. That's pretty promising. That tells me that I'm identifying my edges correctly. And as I said earlier, a couple of episodes ago, when I put strong next to the play in parentheses, you should, I'm not going to tell you how much to bet or how to size your bets, but you should probably put more than you would probably normally put. Say maybe 2 units instead of 1. Because if you flat bet the same amount on every game, I believe you leave a lot of money on the table. So yeah, 4-4. So that brings the cumulative record to 4-4 pregame, and last week I was 0-1 on second halves. I had one second half. I took the second half. I posted it on Twitter and I posted it on Telegram. Second half on that Cal game. Dead under first half. That was a strong play. I came back with the second half under, and it went over. They scored 31, but it still went under for the game and the first half. So to up to date, the record is 10-9 pregame, 6-3 second half. So that's 16-12 overall, and the strong plays are 5-2. So again, that's 10-9 pregame, 6-3 second half, 16-12 overall, and the strong plays are 5-2. So not a bad start. And we hit the money line parlay last week. So we're plus money on that so far this season. But that's another video. So let's quickly recap last week. The strong plays, we first started out with UNLV. +7 I put. There was some 7.5, but those were all knocked down by the time I posted the video. So I'm not going to give you 7.5, and it's not available, and only 7 is available. But I said I still like the 7, and we took +7, and Mr. Sharpie and all his cronies, the sharp money, it betted up to 9. I said, whoa, what happened? Is there some type of injury, or But that's usually when the sharp moves come in later in the week when the limits go up. So they waited, or maybe that was a head fake. Somebody knocked down all the 7.5s to set up the bum rush, basically. So that's probably what that could have been. But it went to 9, and I was a little concerned. I mean, I don't know everything. There could be something out there I don't know, a last-second injury, but it went to 9, and UNLV got down early, but they fought back, and they came and they beat them outright. I said they had enough, and they had enough. So funny, many years ago, you never think you'd be sitting up here praising UNLV football program, but they're doing a good job over there. So they covered and they won outright. So we had that one. I specifically told you to take the Texas Tech North Texas over 69.5. I told you Texas Tech they can't stop it. I mean North Texas they can't stop a nosebleed. Neither can Texas Tech, but Texas, I said there'd be 80, 90 points in that game, and that's exactly what happened. And Texas Tech almost got the over by themselves. 66-21 was the score. So they damn near got the over by themselves. So that was a strong play, and it happened exactly like I said, and that's very promising. The third play was Cal under 24 first half, dead under. They had 10 points, and it was 10-0. Yeah, that was the score. Cal 10-0. San Diego State, they couldn't do nothing. They made a move. They scored 31 points. Imagine if you got over 48, you get a 31-point half, and you still can't get the over. That's pretty tough. But that just tells you, one more score, they could have got a push. So that's why I'm a big first half guy when it comes to unders. You don't have the overtime factor and all the other funny stuff that happens at the end of the game. So we won with that, and so that's 3-0. Those are the strong plays. Another play that should have been a strong play, but it wasn't. Was Boston College getting 17 at Missouri? Went down to 16. I looked at Christopher Saturday morning. Christopher, somebody knocked it down all the way down to 14.5, and they still covered that. And they lost by 6 or 7 or whatever they lost by. So I knew they had enough. I mean, I said they went and they moved the ball on Florida State. So they moved the ball on Florida State. They moved the ball on Missouri. And they had enough, just like I said. So we won that one. The 4 losers that we lost, all states, Colorado State, Fowler Nilcioni, and I just thought they said some stuff, and Coach Prime and the guys, they kind of took it personal. So they beat them like they stole something. And I had +7. There was some 7.5s out there, so we lost that one. New Mexico State +19.5. They got blown out by Fresno. So I kind of thought they would carry over a little bit and show some fight like they did the week before against Liberty, and that didn't happen. But they won a road, and they just came off a tough game. So that was kind of a stretch to take that game. And I'm not surprised they got blown out. But I'll take the L. The one play that I should have left off that we lost, Florida State, -6.5. And I said it too. I said, I'm going to hold my nose on this one. I said it too. I can't believe it. And I still took them, and I said this is it for them. And they didn't get it done. And it's all bad down there in Florida. I mean, not just Florida State, Florida, the Gators, they're, Florida, that's a football state. And both of those programs are doing bad right now. And so, we took an L with Florida State. That was their get right. That was it for them. And it's over for them. It's over for the quarterback. It's over for the coach. And they're going to lose again on Friday. We'll talk about that on Saturday. We'll talk about that a little bit later. The next game we lost was Oregon State. That game was competitive a little bit into the third. It got a little, what did I see? It was 22-14, I believe, in the third. They were down 8, and they covered the first half. That's what they did. That's what I should have played, but I played the whole game. And the Sharps, they were right about that one. on Saturday, Christopher, they were betting it all the way up to 19 and a half. I mean, we had plus 16 and went to 17, 17 and a half, 18. I was like, wow, what is this? And the Sharps came in and they nailed it, and they got it right. And I'm still not fully bought with Oregon. So this was the game that they took the training wheels off of Dillon Gabriel, and the running game looks good. I tell you that with James, that running game is strong, and yeah, Gabriel looks good. So maybe they did take the training wheels off. We'll see what happens, but I think Oregon State had a plan, and that quarterback, he was very wide-eyed. They had a plan, but they got punched in the mouth, and the plan didn't work anymore. So, yeah, I took an L on that one. That was a good call by the Sharps. I give credit when it was due. Because when they went to 19 and a half, and I'm just like, okay. But they called it right. So hats off to them. So 4-4 for the week. And like I said, I just gave you the record, and that's the quick recap for last week. So let's move on to this week. The first play, we're going to play Tulane -3. Now, I just checked Christopher. It was 3 flat all week. Now you can get 3 -05 from Christopher. They're playing Lafayette, and this is just a, call these, you call them any type of power rating you want. This is a Sadgering game. They just got a better schedule. They're just a better opponent. Lafayette, they haven't done anything. They haven't played anybody, and this is they're just a better team, and that's why they're gonna go on the road and beat them. So you can get 3 -05 for Tulane, and that's a strong. Well, is that a strong? Yeah, that's a strong play. Yeah, book it as a strong play. Tulane -3 -05. Book it. The next one we got is James Madison getting 10 and a half at North Carolina, and they got enough. Okay, and the quarterback, they're playing with a backup quarterback, North Carolina. I mean, the quarterback got hurt first game of the year against Minnesota. He's out for the season. They got enough. This is going to be a dog fight type of game. Could be a piglet fight. And getting 10 and a half, so, I mean, you can lose by a touchdown and a field goal, so I'll take it. So give me James Madison plus 10 and a half. Next game, Indiana, first half. They're playing Charlotte. They should be up pretty big at the half. I mean, I'm saying 4 touchdowns. Opened at 16 and a half, now it's 17. Christopher went to 17 -15. So, like I said, I should have came out with this earlier. The first half, they just came out today, though. So you could have got 16 and a half earlier. But we'll take 17. So that's a strong play, too. Indiana -17 on the first half. Book it. The next play we got is Georgia Tech. They're playing Louisville, and they were getting 10 and a half, and that was those have been knocked down. Mr. Sharpie and them, I'm on the same side as on him with this game. I'm on Georgia Tech too, but he already knocked down all the 10 and a halves, but there's still some 10s out there. It's painted 10. So they're playing Louisville, and they got enough, okay? I mean, they went on the road, and they lost by 3 to Syracuse. I mean, Syracuse, it's another road game for them. It's going to be tough, but it's tough in Louisville. That's a tough place to play, so I'm not underestimating that either. But Louisville is marginally better than Syracuse, if they're better than them at all. So we're banking on that. They're going to go in there and they're going to be able to hang with them. So we got Georgia Tech plus 10 at Syracuse. Next game is Cal. I don't need the 2.5. Give me the money line. Plus 117 is what Christopher's dealing. You might be able to get plus 120, maybe even plus 122 some places. Cal, they got enough. Okay, that quarterback Mendoza, I think his name is. He got nicked up last game, but he should be ready to go. And they went into Auburn and they beat Auburn. Okay, they went into Auburn. You heard me? They flew across country and they went to Auburn and beat them. And so they're gonna do the same thing with Florida State. They could come out a little flat. You know, there's a lot of traveling for them. I don't know if they went back to Cal and then they have to fly another 3,000 miles. That's another thing I need to get into my arsenal. Get these travel schedules. I need to get them. And there's this information is out there somewhere. The travel schedules, when they go back home and when they leave and that kind of stuff. It's out there somewhere. So I got to add that to my arsenal. They could come out flat, but they just they got a lot of pressure on them. They're gonna melt. And they, like I said, they beat Auburn. You win to Auburn and beat them, you could go into Florida State and beat them. So I don't need the 2.5. I'll be disappointed if they lose by 2, obviously, but I don't need the points. Give me that money line. Next game is New Mexico. They're playing Fresno. Take the over, 60.5. Christopher was dealing over 13, I believe. You might be able to get it flat in some places. That's a strong play too. New Mexico can score and they can't stop anybody. And who's home in that game? Let me see. I think they're home. I think Fresno's on the road, so they're gonna score anyway, being on the road. And New Mexico's gonna score. This might be in the 70s. This game, as long as the weather's good. The point should be good. So we're going with the over, New Mexico and Fresno, and that's a strong play. The last play is Toledo. Toledo 2.5. They're on the road. They're playing Western Kentucky, and that's a strong play. And they win these little piglet games on the road, and they got enough. And whenever you know Toledo, they gonna throw that ball. They're gonna spread the ball and they're going to play fast, and so they got enough. And that's a strong play, Toledo minus 2.5. So let's quickly recap. Tulane minus 3, that's a strong play. 3 minus 05. James Madison plus 10.5. Indiana minus 17 first half. That's a strong play. Georgia Tech plus 10. California money line plus 117. That's a strong play. New Mexico over 60.5. That's a strong play. I got 5 strong plays. Yeah, okay, cool. I thought I had 4. So Toledo minus 2.5. That's a strong play. So I got 8 plays and 5 of them are strong plays. Yeah. Tulane, Indiana. Yeah, I got 5 plays out of the 8. So that'll be it for the week 4 college football show. And as I said, I'm 16-12 overall. 5-2 on the strong plays. So let's go out there and have a good weekend. Good luck, everybody.